Lovies, welcome to the channel. This is Michelle here at Life Mantra Tarot. I hope that you guys are doing great on this Thursday evening and have been having a great work week and all that good stuff. Staying healthy and well. Yes, so I'm not gonna talk too much. Kind of get to the point. This is a collective reading tonight, and for those of you who do end up tapping in, I hope that you like what you see here and decide to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, all that good stuff, and the like button as well. Hey Aya, what's up, girl? One of my roadies over here. Definitely check her out because she is an amazing reader and always on point. So for those of you who end up tapping in, if you see Aya Inspired Tarot, I'm just saying, check her out. Hey Marjana, how are you? So that gives me like the segue into the next part of what I was going to say. For those of you who have already been rocking with your girl for a while, welcome back and thank you for the continued support. You guys are absolutely awesome and amazing, and I'm so grateful for you guys. So with all that said, this is a collective message tonight. I'm not doing personals yet. Gotta get ready to work on that very soon. I start setting up a schedule for myself just so I can be on top of it. um, but yeah, right now this is just a collective, and I did just do a personal reading for a client of mine that I just finished. um, so then I was like, ooh, I might as well do this too. And yeah, so now here I am. But with all that said, this is going to be a collective message of kind of what's going on behind the scenes that we need to know. So don't know what's going to pop up, right? Just kind of overall general thing is going to be different for everybody. So take the messages as they resonate. So we might see some really interesting things pop up, some really crazy stuff pop up. But because it is a collective, take the messages as they resonate and leave the rest behind. Um, if you see a fly freaking flying around back and forth, my bad. It's because when I was bringing in groceries earlier, a fucking fly got in the goddamn house, and it's driving me nuts. So if you see that stupid fly pass by a lot, I have to kill it. I do apologize because it's as annoying as it is for me. It probably is really annoying for you guys if you happen to stick around and watch. So, but hey guys, love you guys. So let's tap in, okay? I've already cleansed the energy and all that good stuff. We're gonna just tap right into this reading, and I'm gonna start shuffling this deck. So this is the What's the Tea deck. Um, to just kind of see what's going on in the overall energy, like you know, haters or just weird shit that's going on behind the scenes that we're like, let me know what's going on there. Something feels a little off. Let me figure out what that's about. All right, so let's see. Spirit, only let positive energy into this reading. Show the collective at this time what they need to see for their highest good. If there's any, blockages or anything like that that they need to be aware of, so on and so forth. What does the collective need to see at this time? A couple more shuffles. Thank you. Oh, okay. We have cyberbully. You are being bullied online, or there's a typo on this card, so every time I see it, it throws me off. Either you're being bullied online or somebody else has been bullied online that who's close in your energy at this time. Let me know if that resonates. But there's somebody like lurking, watching shit from behind the scenes, like from behind a keyboard, talking smack about you, that kind of thing. Or just like really watching really heavily from a distance. Be mindful of how you have your settings on all of your social media stuff, like if it's private versus public and things like that. Like if there's anything that you just don't want people to know about you and stuff like that, be mindful of how much of yourself you have accessible to other people. I'm getting something like that. That was only on the bottom of the deck, so let's just see what else comes up. So let's get a few cards from here. What does the collective need to know at this time? Thank you. All right, we have unbothered. I like that. I like that for y'all. Unbothered as energy. You guys are focused on yourselves. You're doing your own thing. Some of you actually might be getting ready to go on like a vacation or something like that. I'm getting for somebody, could be like a cruise. Let me know if that resonates with anyone. Or spending time by like bodies of water, like beaches and stuff. Miami. Like really nice scenic places. Like you're either it's either already in the works or you're about to plan it. And just doing your own thing, not worried about other people. But I am at the same time getting that you want to be mindful of what you put out there when it comes to like your audience and stuff like that, and the content that you put out there. Because if there are certain people that you do not want seeing what you've got going on at this time, they just want you to be kind of cautious of like what, like how you post your content. Which is annoying. Like, let's say if you're a content creator, it's like, if you're a content creator, like, you should be able to just post how you want, but, you know, it could be like a crazy ex or something like that, that you don't speak to or something like that, or just weird people watching your stuff, talking shit. Possibly. Hey, how are you? Right now I am only doing a collective reading. I'm not doing personals at this time. Thank you, Aya, for answering that question. So, you know, if you decide to stick around, that would be great. If not, understood. But this is just a collective, so take the messages as they resonate. Tell us more. What else is going on here? Screenshot. Yeah, someone's definitely watching online. Getting evidence, proof, and facts. Someone is just like lurking around and just watching you online. That's so fucking lame. Like, ew. Ew. Yeah, it's giving me like the icky feeling. Like I don't like this energy. I don't like the feeling. Like, but Spirit wants you to know about it. Like, they want you to be cautious about the energy that you have around you when it comes to the people watching you, especially online. I'm even getting for somebody, be mindful of like going to your, I'm not trying to scare anyone, I promise you, but like I am getting this too. Be mindful of like when you go to like your car, especially if you like work like a later shift or go in like at a later shift. Watch your surroundings when you're going to your car. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But somebody needs to hear that. So, there's a reason why, like right now, I'm living with my mom, helping her out with some stuff. So, like, and she works at night. So, like, a lot of the time I go out with her. If it's not me, then it's my brother. To her car. People are fucking weird, bro. Unfazed. So we have unbothered and unfazed here. So there's an energy of just, you know, just chilling. Like, you're not worried about this person. You're not worried about nobody who's like, you're not worried about nobody who's a nobody. Some of you might like spending time like at like tea shops or coffee shops. Might be like a hipster. Kind of cool. I like hipsters. Nothing wrong with that at all. Some of you might also like to travel. Maybe some of you might be like bloggers who do like or vloggers who do like travel content. And the thing is, it's like this person, they're going through like financial shit. Yeah, they act like they got it, and they don't. Whereas you actually are like chilling, you're straight. You know, you're too busy winning, doing your own thing. And, you know, there are people just like in a weird ass place who are just like I'm getting like obsessed kind of, and I don't like to like say it like that because like there I feel like there's so many readers who say these kind of things. Oh, someone's obsessed with you. Like no, I'm dead serious though. Like they're literally watching everything you do, and like they're just waiting for you to like fail or something. Like yeah, look, you're so busy winning, but this person has a bad reputation. What did my girl just say? Very strange. I don't drive, but I love your client has been giving me good vibes and asking her a question. I had to make some passes. See, this is what I'm talking about. And now the right side of my nose is itching. So this is like more current energy. Moving on. Thank you. Next. Creativity. Steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off of you. So there could be like a energy vampire like trying to feed off of your energy type of thing. Let's get one more from here. Oh, that's spirit once more. Tell me more. Tell us more. It's fucking weird. Don't like it. It's something just feels off. I don't like it. Travel is here officially on the spread. So like, you might be getting ready to travel somewhere. And I definitely was picking up for like for somebody might be like a travel like vlogger kind of person who like, they put all that information out there. Be mindful of like telling people where you're going and stuff like that, and resorts and stuff like that, if that resonates with you at all. Because they might be watching and try to find where you're at. It's creepy. I don't like that at all. You have Forcer on the bottom of the deck. Forces things onto you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. I don't like that at all. Ain't shit on the top of the deck. They may have a lot of tattoos or be like a tattoo artist or into the arts. Always partying. So I'm kind of getting for somebody that seems a little more specific. For those of you who are about to travel, just be mindful of people who like seem like very like aggressive towards you. Like just be mindful of that energy, because like something's off about this person. Something's very, 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 very off. They like you, but I don't think you like them like that. Just be mindful of like the offers and stuff that they try to make to you, because like something just seems really like aloof about this person. Don't tell them too much about yourself. I'm kind of getting to. Let's get one more from here. Very, very interesting, and I don't like that energy. And it is summertime. We're about to be summertime, so a lot of people are about to start traveling. So this seems very, very, very important for somebody, at least one person. So, and fake accounts. I was picking up on that earlier. Fake social media accounts to spy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. So somebody could be like making fake accounts to watch you. So you got to be mindful of that. Clout hungry. Saying anything, does anything, makes shit up and dramatic. So like making up excuses and lies and stuff like that. But they're like, just dust it off. Like, it is what it is. People are going to do what they're going to do, but just make sure that you keep your energy protected. Yeah, because, yeah, see, this card came up twice now. This could be a person who might try to, like, force themselves onto you. I'm getting something weird like that. I'm just saying. And it's bothering me. Anybody who's about to, like, travel soon, please, 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 please be careful, because you might meet somebody who might do some weird shit like that and try to force themselves onto you in some kind of way. Please just be mindful. And I'm not trying to scare anybody like that or deter you from going and having a good time and stuff like that. Just be very, very cautious about the people around you, and what their intentions might be, because they're, not everybody has the same, intentions as you. You're going out having fun, doing your own thing, like whatever, chilling, and there could be other people with a whole completely different, mindset. So just be mindful of that. Alright, so let's get a few cards from the What Lies Beneath deck. And then we'll read some tarot as well. I'm not going to make this too long because I'm kind of hungry. I might walk to the local Mexican spot, which is very, very close to my house, and it's really good. I'm craving real authentic Mexican food. I had Taco Bell last night. It didn't quite hit the spot. I need the real stuff. I'm jonesing. See, we have sexual protection, so just be very mindful of people and their intentions when it comes to like what they want, especially if you're about to travel or something like that, or just in general, like even if you're not traveling, like just being mindful of the people in your energy and what they might be intending to do, right? They just might look at you in that way, and you know, spirit is just kind of saying like, you know, run away from that shit. Running away is here. But see, again, reading this intuitively, this creeps me out because I could see like a person running through like marsh or like water, trees, forest. I'm not trying to jinx nobody, but this could be like a warning for somebody. Bad choices on the bottom of the deck. Hey, babe. So I'm getting a little bit nervous, only because of the fact that, like, because we're trying to figure out, like, what other people's intentions might be, like, when it comes to, you know, energy that's, like, around you. Alright, so got that running away. Then we have private relationship, along with don't want to hear it. Along with getting played, it says manipulation lies in control. So for some of you, take it as it resonates and, you know, leave it if it doesn't. But for some of you, if there's somebody who, like, is like, if you feel like you're in like a runner-chaser dynamic, or you've been in a runner-chaser dynamic before, this person might be trying to come back around. And if that is the case, this person might have been the type that wanted to keep your relationship private, like, oh yeah, nobody needs to know about us, blah, 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 blah. And then you realize later that you were getting played, and that's the reason why they were acting like that. So if that is the case for some of you, this person is trying to come back around, and now they see you doing well, and they're like, ooh, how can I, like, come back around and, like, fuck with their plans? Right? So it's like, you know, there's different dynamics going on here. Some of it was like kind of a warning for somebody, like, who might be getting ready to travel, and that was definitely a little bit concerning. But for others, it's going to be not as you know, drastic and crazy as what we were seeing just a second ago. Like, some of it's going to be a little bit more like, you know, just more like, okay, this is just like what's happening, you know, just being cautious about it or whatever. Bank failure, somebody might be going through some financial problems and trying to come back around because they want money. I wouldn't be shocked if sex comes up too, because I'm picking up on that as well. It didn't show up yet, but I'm picking up on it. Let's see. Game over. Whatever the case is. You already cut that off. Like, excuse me. You have nothing to say to this person. They might have something to say to you, but you have nothing to say to this person. It's done. It's over. Yeah. This person might have tried to lie and, like, you know, get rid of evidence, so to speak. Playing a lot of fucking games. You know, you ask them, hey, like, I'm not a fan of the whole, like, oh, let me look at your phone thing, but, like, let's say that's what happened, right? Like, oh, let me look at your phone, and they already had got rid of everything that there was to fucking see. if they had any apps, any text messages or pictures, so on and so forth. But something still told you like, nah, motherfucker, like something just don't seem right. I'm tired of the drama. So I'm getting past energy for this reading. This is something you already kind of dealt with. It says caught, huh? It says finding evidence, getting caught, and cheating. So you caught this person cheating, despite their attempts to try to cover up stuff. Don't know how you managed to figure it out, but you did. Whether you caught them in the act, or they thought they got rid of all the evidence and you didn't. I'm getting something like that. So they're trying to come back around. They trying to come back around, and it's like, fuck that shit. Caution, yeah. I just heard throw caution to the wind. Maybe that's how you used to be, like, oh yeah, everything's fine, I'm just gonna act like this red flag isn't there, and just I'm gonna throw caution to the wind. And like spirit was like, your spirit guides, God, the universe is like, motherfucker, what are you doing? Like, literally, we're giving you all the signs to let you know that this is some bullshit and you need to like jump ship, and you stuck around. And they're like, letting you know again, just in case, this person has not changed. They still burn evidence and try to like act like they ain't doing stuff. I'm also getting for somebody, this person who's trying to come back around, they might be in a relationship currently, and the person that they're currently with tries to find stuff, and they're having a hard time finding stuff. So like, let's say if this person communicates with you, or, which I would strongly suggest not doing, because this person's a piece of shit. Like, don't do that. I'm not trying to judge or anything, but slight judgment here. Like, don't do that dumb shit. Or they like watch your social media and stuff like that, and like, the other person's been like kind of like going through the phone, if they know how to do that or whatever, seeing like what they've been looking at and stuff like that. They might have caught screenshots or pictures or conversations and things like that, even though they attempted to get rid of that stuff. We have emotional intelligence here on the top of the deck. This person knows how to manipulate people. Like, they come across as somebody who's very emotionally intelligent, who like, they act like they understand another person's feelings, and they're like empathic and all that bullshit. And the thing is, like, no, they just know how to manipulate people. They might be doing drugs or other types of substances. I'm also getting mental health issues. Let me know if any of that resonates. So just, if any of this makes sense, and there's somebody from your past who was in that type of energy at any point in time, be cautious, because that person might be trying to make a return. That's the whole purpose of what we're seeing in this reading right now. Let's get one more from here. All of a sudden I got real cold. I was hot, and now I'm freaking freezing. I'm not taking one of those. Copycat. So somebody might be trying to like copy off of another person's energy. I heard siphon, like trying to siphon off of someone's energy type shit. Very lame. And that could be why they like study what you're doing online and stuff like that. Very icky feeling. I don't like it. Yeah, insecure. And the reason why is because they're insecure. They're like, ooh, how can I, let's say if it's like the old, your past person's current person, and they figured out who you are, and they're the ones watching you. This is specific. This is not going to be for everybody. You might be all the things that are their insecurities. You might be, like, let's say if they're like super like tall, but they're insecure about that. I don't think anybody's ever insecure about being tall, but some people are. They don't feel like they fit in. Sometimes they're like, oh, I'm just like weird and odd and different, and this feels strange. Maybe they want to be average height. That person might be average, or you might be the one who's like average height, or they're like super skinny, and then they see you, and especially if you're like a female or whatever, and they're like, oh, she's thick, I wish I had a body like that. Or it could be the opposite. Like so on and so forth. You know, it could just be like, you know, it could be about hair texture, it could be all kind of weird shit like that. And they're like trying to figure out ways that they can be more like you. I want to be like you. And these are the things that make them feel insecure about themselves. We got fake apology here. Somebody might try to come up with like some type of fake apology about something. Fake friends. Oh gosh. Oh. Now that could possibly even change some of the narrative here, because remember, there's going to be different energies coming in, so take the messages as they resonate. For somebody, this could be about your own friend wanting to be like you, especially if you guys like have similar interests and things like that. If you had, this is specific, if you have a friend who you were going to do like a business venture with, or you guys are in the same field when it comes to what you do for work, this person might have at one point of time like try to like study slash practice like your way of doing things, your je ne sais quoi, if you will, and can't quite crack the code because, you know, you are who you are. You're that nigga, you're that bitch. Like they can't quite do it because they're too different than you or from you. But they want to be like you. And that causes insecurities. And it might have caused a little bit of a friction within the relationship. Let me know if that makes any sense for anybody and it resonates. But that's been showing up in a lot of readings in general, not just on my channel, but in other readings that I watch. I'm like, whoa, that's wild, because like it shows up on mine a lot, and then I'm like, shit. So there's just like this exposure now of a lot of fake ass friends who act like they, and coworkers and stuff like that, who act like, you know, they're, you know, close to you and all this, but they actually want to get information out of you to try to steal ideas and, you know, things like that. If you're like up for the same raise in your job or something like that, they might try to sabotage that, like that type of shit. Not cool. Keeping you a secret. Interesting. So yeah, people who are trying to keep things hush hush, like their motives, they're not gonna share that with anybody. But they damn sure know how to put on a goddamn show when it's time to do so. They want to be front and center. Like when the time is right, like they're gonna try to come out acting all crazy and shit. For some people, there's gonna be some type of divorce or some type of ending and severance of ties. We have divorce here, breaking contracts. So some people might be quitting jobs, ending relationships with people, so on and so forth. Already know the tea, and some of you guys might be very, very intuitive and just already are picking up on this energy just already. Like you know this is what's about to happen. You've been feeling it, and when it happens, it's not going to be that big of a surprise to you, because you're going to be like, oh, yep, I already kind of knew that. You know what I mean? So again, let me know if any of this is making sense or if it resonates with you and your particular story, because there are different narratives happening. But, you know, hopefully something that you've heard so far makes sense and resonates. All right, I'll do a couple more shuffles, maybe a few more. And I'm going to do whatever comes out for the tarot. Usually I do a spread of some sort, but this I'm going to do like a whatever comes out. Actually, you know what? Should I do a spread? I'm going to do a spread. I changed my mind. I'm going to do a spread. Let's do like a 5 or 6 card spread. That way we could get a little more concrete information about what the hell's going on here. Alright, so this is going to be you guys. Queen of Swords. Cutting shit off. Cutting and severing ties. Not playing those games with these motherfuckers. Because whoever this is, or these people are, because for some of you it could be more than one person. No thank you. Like, you guys are like, fuck this shit. I'm not about to play this game. You know that you don't want that type of energy around you, so you're about to cut things off where it needs to be cut off. Severing those ties, which I'm all for. Communicating, standing up for yourself, and saying what needs to be said. What's the overall energy here? There's the most accurate message. See? Got the hangman here. Letting go, right? Releasing. Releasing. Because I feel like Six of Pentacles here too. A lot of you guys will resonate with the idea that you have had a lot of relationships in your life, whether it's romantic or whatever, friendships, so on and so forth, where you have overextended yourself so much. You might have even had to beg for attention from somebody. I don't know if that resonates at all. And it's like, why do I have to put this much effort into a relationship when I am over here overextending constantly? So I'm getting people who get like that breadcrumb energy, like, you know, someone just gives you a little trickle of their time and their effort, and you're just like, what the fuck is this? You know? And it's like, you know, just kind of like leaving you hanging in the balance, like hoping that, you know, they're going to, you know, change, or hoping that they give you just enough. It's like the dangling the carrot kind of trick, right? You know, let me just put like this little carrot on a fucking string and hope that this person's just gonna, they have you on a fucking treadmill, just running and chasing after that damn thing. It's like, you're just hoping that they're gonna give you just enough, like more attention. Like they give you just enough attention for you to stick around and keep you interested in them in some kind of way. Just enough. It's bullshit. I'm getting love bombing. We have Ace of Cups here. People who, you know, pretend that that's what they're going to give you eventually, but they never do. It's always some type of blockage. It's fucked up. I don't like that energy at all. For somebody, this is like past energy or recent past energy, or you're about to get out of this energy, because everybody's on different, you know, timelines, so take the messages as they resonate. But, you know, let me know where you are maybe in your part of this journey. Let me know if it resonates. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and if you're new to the channel, also subscribe. We'll greatly appreciate that. Alright, so what's like the incoming energy? What does the collective need to know when it comes to incoming energy? Yeah, closure. There's some type of endings happening. The world is here. So the world is about successful completion. I feel like whatever you needed to do when it came to this part of the journey, you've done it, or you're about to be done with it. And that's going to allow for you to have that sense of closure and completion to move forward with your life. And Judgment is here too. A lot of major arcana, by the way. Actually, almost every card that showed up so far, with the exception of one card, has been a major arcana. That's about you practicing your own sense of judgment after learning a major lesson. So, also, the Hierophant, you know, the major arcana, you know. For some of you, this could have been involving like a marriage, or something that really tested your sense of belief when it comes to your value system and things like that. So really having to, you know, do a little bit of introspection and say, okay, well, what does all this mean to me? What do I value at this time in my life, and what do I want to keep around? What are the things I need to release? I'm getting something like that. The Sun, a revelation when it comes to what makes you happy. All major arcana. Like I said, there's only one card that's not a major arcana that showed up so far, and that was the Six of Pentacles, which came out with the Hanged Man. Every card so far has been a major arcana. So this is like a major transitional period for a lot of you guys. Tell us more. When it comes to this energy that we're seeing, what are the intentions of this energy here, this person? What are their intentions? They just want to win at all costs. We have the Five of Swords here. That's like, everything's about like the end game. Like they're just like, ooh, what can I get out of this person? Very manipulative. Very manipulative. And it's like, whatever they can get and be able to say, oh, well, I did that. I won. I'm getting like somebody who plays on emotions. King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Like they like to play with the person's emotions so they can get what they want out of them. That's exactly what it is. This person plays with emotions. Page of Cups on the top of the deck. Yeah. But the thing is, it's like, I think a lot of you guys have already walked away from this energy or are in the process of doing so with this Eight of Cups in the middle of the deck. So you're working on this already, right? For some of you already did this. But this person, if they're trying to make a I just heard LL Cool J. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Mama said knock you out. Mama said knock you out. But anyway, some of you might be LL Cool J fans. That was funny. But no, seriously, like they're trying to make a comeback. For those of you who already kind of, got rid of that energy, they're trying to come back around. Especially as they see you doing better in your life, especially if you've moved on in any area of your life, whatever area this person like kind of fits into. So if it's like romantically, they see you like moving on, dating again and stuff like that, and you see it online or whatever. Now they want to try to make a comeback because they're like, oh, let me try to see if I could, get this person's attention again, or, family members who are just like weird like that. They exist. Who you haven't spoke to in a while, but then they, maybe a cousin or something said, oh yeah, so and so is doing great, blah blah blah. Oh, let me see if I can come fuck that up. Like, just hating ass energy. I don't like it at all. So just be mindful of that manipulation, especially like emotional manipulation. People who know how to use their gift of gab or play on your heartstrings to get what they want out of you. They might have successfully done that in the past. Just be mindful of it now. Tell us more. What are this person's future actions towards the collective? She's like, oh, baby. Exactly. Yeah, see. For some of you, especially if it's like romance related, they try and get that old thing back when it comes to special things, if you know what I mean. What does that look like to you in his hand? Yeah, I'm sure you can figure that out, right? The sex might have been fire, and they're like, I want that again. Yeah, no thank you. So they might come in trying to, say, hey, I want to like have this, fiery new beginning with you, this passionate new beginning. Selling you this hope and a dream that might be mostly based around that. It might sound good at first, and it's like, and you start realizing, no, your intuition kicks in. High Priestess. And that inner knowledge, that inner knowing, especially if you know how this person operates, you're going to be like, yeah, no, I'm good. This shit's dead, bro. No thank you. Death on the top of the deck. Like, it's dead. No thank you. I just heard Freddy's dead. That's what I said. Some of you might be Curtis Mayfield fans. Some of you might be Fishbone fans. If you ever heard the remake that came out, like, what was that, late 80s, early 90s. But it's a good remake. I usually don't like people remaking classics like that from the Superfly soundtrack, but that was actually a really good remake. Nonetheless, yeah, they're like, stand really high on your throne as that Queen of Wands, and even if you're a male, same thing, like being very confident and assertive and saying, yeah, nah. You know what I mean? Another thing too I'm getting is like, you might be like very, very, you and this person might be very attractive individuals, which makes it that much more difficult, right? It's like, the sex is great and you both look good as fuck too at the same time. Like, it's like, why not? But no, don't do it, because this is a setup. Like, don't fall for the trap. 39 when I said that. Do not fall for the trap. It's a trap. Okay? Don't do it. Because this person has their own ulterior motives and things like that. So you don't want to fall for this. No thank you. Absolutely not. Tell us more. What's going on behind the scenes that the collective might not know? I mean, we saw a lot of energy already, but let's see what the tarot has to say. Let's see what they have to say. fucking selfish. That card flew all the way over. I have long arms, but it went pretty damn far. You got the Nine of Cups here. This person, because the Nine of Cups in and of itself is not a bad card. However, the way that I'm picking up on this, I feel like, especially with the fact that my left side of my nose is itching like this person was very selfish and guarded, and they were very emotionally manipulative is what I'm getting. Like, they would, like, one minute they're, you know, kind of giving you your wish fulfillment and making you feel special and making you feel like something was going to come out of this, because I'm definitely getting like love for most of you guys. This person was very manipulative in that way, very selfish. Like, it was not like, you know, one, you know, hand washes the other type of energy or nothing like that. Like, I'm getting like this person, this seems very specific. Let me know if it resonates. But like, you would, okay, it's a little bit explicit, but you know, you guys know that I could get a little bit explicit on here sometimes. Like, you would, you know, give this person head on command or even without them asking for it. And then when you wanted some, this motherfucker would be like, no. They would always have an excuse, or like sex in general, like, you know, they always had some type of excuse. Partially maybe because they were getting it from somewhere else. That seems specific, really specific. Some cards fell on the floor. So I'm just saying that seems a little specific right there. That's not gonna be for everybody, but just saying. So I'm definitely getting a selfish person though. Like, it doesn't always have to be like that for everybody, like what I just said. Like, it could be, you know, different scenarios, but this person definitely, like, might try to come in acting like they want to, like, pretend to give you what it is that you've been wanting this whole time, just to play games and end up just getting what they want out of you anyway. Yeah, so you have Three of Wands here. They're basically saying distance yourself from that energy. Leave that shit behind. If you've been feeling like you needed a sense of closure or something like that, let this be the closure you need, because this person, like, Spirit is like, absolutely not. That shit's already done, bro. And we also saw the freaking the death card too. Like, it's no more clear than that, right? They want you to release that. Let it go. Walk away. Four of Pentacles. Let it go, because it's not what's meant for you. We have the Emperor here in the middle of the deck. So I'm kind of getting like this person might be very assertive, and like, you know, that might be a turn on to an extent. Like somebody who's like very like strong-willed and all that stuff, but like they're like, now this is time for you to be the strong-willed one here, and be like, nah, we're not gonna play that game, because this person and the energy that they're in right now and the energy they've been in, like, this is not energy that you want to welcome back towards you. Absolutely not. Okay. I hope this message resonates with somebody. At least one person. Tell us more. What's the likely outcome here? Yeah, they're definitely gonna come in with a love offer. Page of Cups. And it came out along with the King of Wands. So they're gonna be trying to come in, trying to get fucked. Or fuck you. And you're just gonna have to be like, no. Yeah. Like, oh, here's my golden rod, take it. Or my golden vagina, take it. Like, you're gonna have to be the one to say, no thank you. The crazy part is, because we have the Temperance on the top, this person might have Sagittarius in their chart somewhere, or fire in their chart. The thing is, the sex is probably fucking great, but that's the thing that is probably one of the things that kept you around way longer than you should have stayed around. You'll know this reading is for you if you went through something similar to that. You're gonna know. Yeah, we have the Two of Cups. So this person, they're gonna try to come in like, oh yeah, let's work on things. Here's my dick. Here's my pussy. Like, no. Like, no thank you. Like, keep that devil stick or gushy away from me. No, thank you. It has to go. Gotta say bye-bye. Get it from somewhere else. Okay? Somebody who's gonna pleasure you and all that stuff, but also make you feel good about yourself and bring something great to the table. Because this person is not it. The only thing they have to offer is that shit. So just be mindful. Like I said, they might have fire in their chart. I'm definitely picking up on a lot of fire energy here. Interesting. Any last messages from this deck, like advice or anything? What do you got? Oh, Spirit, you guys are something else. All right, so we have Two of Swords, which is about choices. Taking the fucking rose-colored lenses off and seeing things for what it is and making a choice. Choices that you don't really want to make, but you have to make these choices because you're going through a karmic lesson. The Justice card is here. They came out together. So you're like, look, you're being tested right now to see, are you going to be silly enough to continue the cycle, or are you going to be smart enough to end it? It's up to you. Because you've been doing a lot of hard work on yourself. Eight of Pentacles. Show that all that hard work has paid off by releasing the bullshit that you've already dealt with and been through. Four of Pentacles. Release it. Let it go. So that you can have that sense of happiness in your life that you've worked towards. The Sun. This is also a period of like a revelation of some sort. Seeing things for what it really is. So, just saying. I think I'm gonna get ready to call this reading a quit because yeah, getting tired. I did a reading for my client right before this, so now I'm like exhausted. So we're gonna pull from the angel answers, and that will be the end of the reading. I was gonna pull from another deck, but I don't feel it's necessary. I think we got what we needed from what we saw. For those of you who are new to the channel, if you haven't done so already, definitely hit that like button and that subscribe button and the notification bell, guys, so that you know when I'm on, because I'm about to start being a lot more frequent than before. I'm about to get back into a groove, which is pretty awesome. I'm happy about that. I'm gonna start doing like free readings and stuff on here, so like I think you guys might want to tap into that stuff. Bottom of the deck we have romance. So that's kind of confirmation of what we were kind of talking about earlier. Like this is probably related to romance for a lot of you guys. So let's get maybe 3 cards from here, and that'll be the end of the reading. Hey Hillary, how are you? Nice to see you here. Success, I like that. We have success here, so I do feel like, you know, there's some good things getting ready to come towards you guys, just generally speaking. But when it comes to like romance, because we did see a lot of that energy showing up throughout this reading, I feel like you guys had to go through a lot of karmic lessons and stuff like that to get to this point, to be able to, you know, openly welcome in true love and what you've actually deserved this whole time. But you just had to, you know, go through those lessons in order to get there. Now, just keep in mind, Spirit is also kind of giving you a little bit of a hint, saying, hey, don't go backwards. Don't go backsliding now. Because for that kind of thing, it's not the right time, right? So just letting you know, I'm almost getting like, it'll never be the right time for that past situation, that past shit, right? This is a time for improving yourself, right? And I don't think that situation or that person is something that's going to improve where you were at. And we have abundance here. So I'm just saying, they're like, you know, don't block your blessings by staying in a stagnant ass situation. No need to worry. But just don't go, you know, going backwards and shit like that. You know, you don't need to, you know, trying to revisit things that don't serve you. Let's get 2 more. Yeah, you don't need to go revisiting things that don't serve you. Move forward to success and victory, right? I'm actually shocked the Chariot card didn't show up. But we did see a lot of energy about movement, so Ask your angels. So a little bit of, prayer might kind of get you through, speaking to the higher power, whatever you believe in, whatever that is, whether it's your higher self, your ancestors, the universe, time in nature, meditation, whatever that means to you, because it's gonna be different for everybody. And one thing I don't do is push the agendas of different religions and thoughts and beliefs and stuff onto people. You come here of free will, right? And if the messages resonate, they resonate. So I'm never gonna push any beliefs onto you. So whatever that looks like to you. Like, I know I definitely talk to my ancestors all the time. I talk to God all the time. So, and the situation will improve. So, things will get better when it comes to love. You might have already started seeing, I see the light. Okay. For those of you who are like Disney buffs, I'm one of those people. Some of you might like the movie Tangled, and that beautiful scene with the lanterns. And at last I see the light. Finally the fog has lifted. It's such a beautiful song. I love that song. I might listen to it after I get off here because I'm that weird. I'll listen to it like a Disney soundtrack, no problem. Encanto, all that stuff. Yeah, besides the point. But yeah, I heard that song just now, and yeah, like, I got goosebumps when I said that. Like, it's like that light at the end of the tunnel for some of you. Like, after all those disappointments and everything that you've been through, finally, going towards the light and seeing it and embracing what real love is going to look and feel like. That's beautiful. Like, I didn't intend for this to necessarily be a love reading. I was like, I don't know if it's going to be fake friends or what's going to pop up in this shit, but this was definitely more of a love reading than anything. And look, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. This is very beautiful energy for those of you who are resonating with this. And we have to be assertive. I said something about being assertive earlier, and so we got that confirmation there too. Like, just, it's about being able to stand in your power and recognize who you are through this process and this part of the journey. Because when this person tries to come back around, you're going to have to be able to say, no thank you. Hey Lottie, what's up, sis? Definitely check my girls out. We got Aya Inspired Tarot and Tears and Wheat Tarot show here. Guys, I'm just saying, these are the people who I go to for readings because they're amazing. Check them out. They do a lot of live readings, and I know for a fact that my girl Aya is open for and available for personal readings. So Lati, trying to get her into doing that too. She'll get there. But nonetheless, check out both of their channels. They're amazing. You will not be disappointed. And then we have in the middle, If You Believe. So you have to see things for what it is. See the forest from the trees, right? Sometimes when you're in your circumstances, it's like, damn, are things ever gonna get better? And it fucking sucks. And then you're just like, you feel stuck and things like that. But the thing is, like, once you start to kind of see past your current circumstances, so that's when you start to see things getting better. So you just have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your circumstances, that they're going to improve. You've done a lot of work already on yourself, and things will look up. Things will be successful because those hard moments and stuff are coming to an end. You're closing out those old cycles. So, all the karmic lessons and stuff that you needed to learn to get to this point, you've already done that work. And ironically, as I talk about karmic lessons, from I see at least, two things. It's at 54, and then it also, of course, it just changed. It did say 5 and 11. 5 people and 6 lights, which adds up to 11. So essentially 11 is about balance. It's about karma. So we talked about justice. In fact, the justice card is right here. So yeah, those karmic scales balancing out, right? After all that hard work that you guys been doing and putting into yourselves, and learning all those hard lessons that needed to be learned and applying those lessons too. So with all that said, I hope that you guys resonated with this reading, and I greatly appreciate you guys for being here. And if you are new, hit that like button, the subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff. For those of you who end up watching at a later time, same thing, help your girl out. As I'm trying to work on, you know, building my channel up and all that stuff, slowly but surely, right? Slow and steady wins the race. So I just love to see, people returning, and, new faces too, who end up saying, hey, I like this. I'm going to come back around some more. That makes me happy. So it lets me know that I'm doing what I'm meant to do. So with all that said, I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I probably won't tap back in until like maybe Monday or Tuesday, because I plan on spending the weekend with my beau. But with all that said, I love y'all, and have a great evening. And until next time.